What is up, y'all? UTMB week has finally finished. You know, the big UTMB 100-miler, 170K is over, so it was a pretty exciting, chaotic kind of race. So let's go ahead and let's just dive right in and kind of take a look at some of my impressions of what happened at the race and some of the big stories coming out of it. All right, y'all. So like I said, UTMB is over. The big 100-mile race just finished up. So let's go ahead and let's dive right in. Let's start kind of with the results here. So the overall winner on the men's side was Xavier Thevenard. You know, he's obviously really talented. He almost just won Hard Rock just a few weeks ago. My big concern with him was whether his legs would be tired, but they definitely held up, and he absolutely smashed it. And then the winner on the ladies' side was Francesca Canepa of Italy. Again, really strong race. The ladies' race was really close late, but overall, kind of the one word I would use to describe the day and the race was chaotic. You know, the pace went out really hard like we expected. You know, bad weather had rolled in and there were a lot of drops. So it ended up being kind of a wide open race, but you had, you know, the big storylines coming in were people like Jim Walmsley and Kilian Jornet and Zach Miller. Those guys coming into the race were kind of the top dogs. All three of them DNF'd. Tim Tollefson DNF'd. You know, I don't know that it would have mattered. The big takeaway is just some people worked through the adversity a little bit better than others, and some people just maybe had better fortune. So, you know, a lot of people had to drop out, and it just shows you kind of how fickle our sport can be. So, you know, a really tough race. So props to all the athletes who finished. It was a really exciting race. Xavier Thevenard and Zach Miller battled it out, you know, up until 100+ K into the race. So it was really exciting to watch, really exciting to follow. But like I said, my biggest takeaway is kind of just how fickle the sport is. Even if you're really fit, even if you're in the best shape of your life, sometimes it's just not your day. You had people like Tim Tollefson, who was running really well, who fell and busted open their leg, trooped on, was still running in the top 10, before the pain got too much and he had to pull out. And you know, you had people like Jim Walmsley who pushed the pace early and just couldn't do it. You know, he fell off the pace pretty quick and just had to kind of gut it out as long as he could before DNFing. So overall, though, a really exciting race. The women's race was really exciting as well. You know, the girl who finished second, Yuxu Fraley from Spain, she ran a really smart race. A lot of the women who finished up high were very patient, but you did see a lot of women, even in the middle of the pack or who were running in 20th, 30th place, still had a lot of problems. So, you know, it was just a really, really tough day out there. And again, it just goes to show you how even when you're super fit, you've just got to, it's still got to be, everything's got to click on the right day. So that was kind of my biggest takeaway. One of my biggest takeaways from the weekend actually was the improvement of Chinese ultra trail running. You know, they had an athlete win, I believe, the men's OCC 50K. They took first in the CCC on the women's side in an absolutely dominant fashion, and they took second in the men's side of the CCC. So, you know, as you know, the sport becomes more custom over there, more part of the culture over there, really look for Chinese trail running to kind of show really big improvements. They've got a lot of talented runners. I think the girl who won the CCC is only 23 years old, and she absolutely dominated. So that's something that I'm kind of excited to follow along with as well, is, you know, where do they kind of take their next step as a country in terms of trail running. So, you know, a lot of things to take away. Overall, again, a really exciting weekend. Not a lot of sleep, so I'm excited to catch on sleep moving forward. But, you know, I will miss the stoke and the excitement of the weekend's races. So I just wanted to give you all a real brief recap on kind of, you know, how I saw the race pan out and kind of my thoughts coming out of it. So, you know, if you like the video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel down below and hit the little notification bell right next to it, so as soon as I upload any video, you will get notified and know that it's there. So that'll do it for today's video. Stay tuned for another video coming at you tomorrow. Peace.